Okay, so this next exercise, exercise 5, the base bracket. If we start off creating a new drawing, and again from this standard part, pop to my isometric, and I'm going to do my first sketch on the top plane here. So you can see my isometric. If you'd like to throw it in isometric so you can actually see it as well, you don't have to draw it on the in the normal 2 sort of position. You can draw this in the isometric position. So let's have a go at that. And if I just select my line tool, and it's kind of somewhere there. The only thing about the drawing at that angle is make sure you get those. You see that little vertical relation there coming on. So make sure you get them. It's easier kind of if you're in the normal 2, and you can switch between it when you're kind of doing it. So you can kind of switch back to that if you wish. Okay, but make sure you do that. Come along there, and this is 150, so while you're still in the middle of the command, you can kind of scroll out to give you, so you can get to that 150 position with the wheel, so you can kind of scroll in and scroll out. You'll get used to kind of doing this after a little while. So come along, making sure we're kind of approximately 150. You see, I don't pay a huge amount of attention to it, and that. And if you kind of feel a little bit sort of that this is a little bit awkward to kind of do, then you can kind of turn around to sort of normal 2 screen again. So you can flip between them, whatever suits you when you're doing it. So this one kind of comes out 75. Just be careful you don't make the mistake. The 75 is to the apparent sort of intersection of that corner point. So the fillet kind of removes this point after. So we'll do the fillet after, but so it's approximately 75. And down here somewhere like that. And back to there. We can pop into dimensions now. So pop into dimensions. That one's going to be 75. This one's going to be 150. And this bottom one again to the apparent intersection is 35, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm 35, so do my isometric view on that. And exit my sketch, and we can then extrude that whole thing. Extrude it up at a distance of 20. Okay, and we pop the fillets on later. We won't worry too much about the fillets just yet. And then if I spin around here and I do a sketch on this surface here, and then go normal 2 on that, and I know I'm kind of coming down to this one, so this is the low side to the high side, so just to be aware of that. And because the dimensions are taken from this bottom, so we don't make any errors, let's draw the thing from this bottom point. So making sure I latch onto that little coincident point there in the corner. So I'm straight up, and it's straight up a distance of 60, so about 60, and it goes up, and you'll see that I don't really pay too much attention. I draw roughly the shape of it. Don't care if I'm a million miles away, as long as my relations are right. So you can see my vertical relation and my coincident relation coming on there. So as long as my relations are right, I don't worry too much about the dimensions. I know I'm going to pop them in just a little second. Now, you see that little, and this happens to me all the time, so you'll probably find it happen to you as well. You see that little notch there? I don't know if you noticed it, but I kind of accidentally double clicked on that, and I left that little tail. If I leave that tail, it's going to cause me errors when I try to do a little extrude. I'll leave it there temporarily just to kind of show you the problem it may cause you. Now, it's very hard to notice like that, but when you get used to making that mistake a few times like me, you'll kind of get used to kind of spotting them. So it's just when you're trying to kind of rush and do these things, it does kind of sometimes cause you that little bit of an error. So coming up right here, pop in all my dimensions, and I think I'm finished, and I'm going to exit the sketch, and let's see if it'll let me extrude that boss base. Flip the direction, and look, you see what's kind of, it's looking for me to pick actually areas here on this. So if I just go OK, sketch cannot be used for a feature because an endpoint is wrongly shared by multiple entities. That's my little problem. So I pop back in to edit this sketch, so right click and edit my sketch, and go in there and just delete him. So it's nice that I'm making all these wonderful mistakes for you guys to see, because you're going to make these as well. So it's going to happen. It happens all the time. Don't worry about it. So now when I exit my sketch, and I do my extrude boss base. I just need to click on the line, flip the direction, and what thickness is this? This is 20 as well, happy days, so just click OK to that, and everything kind of works sweet this time. Do my isometric view, and now I can put on my fillets. I'm going to use my fillets to kind of help locate my holes, so put on the fillets next. So in the feature tab you'll see my fillets over here. So select a fillet, and if there's a manual fillet and there's a fillet expert. I tend to use fillet expert all the time. You don't have to be an expert to use it, you'll see it's kind of easier. So I like the fillet expert for now, and then just pop in your fillets. So we've got 225 radiuses, so we'll do that one first. 25, and I was clicking this little blue area, and that one's 25, and this corner is 25. So you don't have to pick the face, it's just pick the corner point. And apply that. And because you're using fillet expert, it leaves you in the fillet expert, so it leaves you in that, so we can actually apply the others. So I can then select this other one, so we've got a 20 mil radius there. So on this face here, corner here, we've got a 20 mil radius, apply that. And then on the last one, I think we've got what's that, 12 mil radius. So 12 mil radius on this corner. I think that's right. And then pop in my little holes, and we're going to use this kind of these circular edges to sort of add here in the corner just to help us find our positions on that. So we've got 2 diameter 20 holes through all on this face, and we've got a diameter 18 hole through on this. So I can go out of that and then extrude cut, select that face and circle. And if I just hover over the radius there, if I go normal to on that, hover over the radius, it wakes up the center point, so I can coincident that center point and then pop in my dimension, and that's 12, and you can see it's fully defined. Sorry, 18 isn't it? It's more like it. And exit my sketch, and I'm going to go through all on that, and OK. Same down here, so extrude cut, go normal to, and do my 2 circles here. So again, wake up that center point just by hovering over it. You just wake it up, and you get that center point. And that's going to be 20, isn't it? Yeah. And just a little bit of design intent. Let's say you always wanted that hole to be the same size as that. I just hold my control key down and select that circle and that circle. My little relations here, you can see them equal. So select the little equal relation and click OK. And now you see it's fully defined. And now I can exit my sketch and again select through all, because I want this always to be through all. Okay, so that's that one. And then the last but not least, if I hit my keyboard shortcut just to get my mass properties of that, so it's 237.04, and the center of the mass, if you started in the same point as me, you'll get that. If not, it may be kind of slightly out. Don't worry too much about that. As long as you get the mass at this stage, you'd be happy enough with that. Okay.